Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It's Thursday, October 4th. Have some positive news to share with you guys. Let's take a look at the market real quick here. Remember, as I mentioned yesterday, that with all the positive news, especially around Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin and so forth, the prices are still moving sideways. And I told you guys that there's manipulation going on, but this right here does not discourage me. I just want to let you guys know I'm holding and I'm not giving up. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I see a lot of comments. People are getting frustrated. Why didn't the price move? Why didn't this happen? And I'm seeing a lot of that. So I'm just letting you know, regardless of who stays and who goes and who has weak hands, I'm still holding strong. Why? I see Wall Street coming into the market. Yesterday, I covered some big news about TD Ameritrade launching ErisX, which will compete with Bakkt, which is going to be launched in November. Bakkt will be launched in November. We know Bakkt is powered by ICE, Starbucks, and Microsoft. And ErisX will be a competitor. So it's going to be very similar to Bakkt, fully regulated cryptocurrency exchange, providing futures options, physically backed futures, as well as custody service for institutional investors. Now, before I get too far ahead of myself here on the TD Ameritrade news, I did want to share this update here from the SEC that was reported. Now, we know the SEC has been dragging their feet. They've delayed multiple Bitcoin ETF decisions and clarity on crypto. We had clarity from the CFTC yesterday. And this news here is saying that the SEC files multiple amendments relating to Bitcoin ETFs. New amendments from the SEC suggest that decisions on a number of Bitcoin ETF proposals can be expected after October 26, 2018. They have invited interested parties to file statements in support or opposition before this deadline. So they are working on it, even though they're slowly moving on it. I wish they would move faster. And I've been on the record before. I don't believe the crypto market needs ETFs per se to grow. I think real world adoption and usage will absolutely help the market to grow. But the Bitcoin ETF is one of those, like I said, emotional, psychological lifts where we cross a certain threshold. It's more for the big money. Those who are looking to invest in futures and all of that stuff. And that is because that's where a lot of the Wall Street guys, what they're doing right now with different ETFs and commodities and so forth. So it is one of those things that, like I said, emotional, psychological lift. But let me give you some more details here. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has just filed an amendment to the proposed rule change to list and trade shares of the Granite Shares Bitcoin ETF and the Granite Shares Short Bitcoin ETF. The amendment was filed just after 2000 hours UTC today, October 4th. In a separate document, the SEC has outlined that the order disapproving the proposed rule change concerning the Granite's Bitcoin ETF and the Granite's Shares Short Bitcoin ETF will remain in effect pending the Commission's review. The SEC has ordered that by October 26, 2018, parties interested in filing statements in support or opposition. So I mentioned that they have to do so by then. So it looks like they're working on this, and something that Rand Neuner, the guy who runs the CNBC Crypto Trader YouTube channel and on obviously the show, so to speak, on CNBC, he tweeted the following. This is where I saw the news. He said, once again, the SEC is filing a rule change. This could be the second ETF that is approved. It is not if, but how soon we will see the first ETF. I stick by my guns that this is happening before the end of February. So different people have different timelines, and I personally have mentioned that it looks like it could happen around February too, based on the delays that they put in, the SEC put into place. Now, why am I referencing Rand? Rand has been a fudster in XRP in the past, but he has changed. He's learned. Obviously he's kind of an influencer in the space, but he's also has connections. He interviews a lot of different people. He's in touch with many different folks. He's been on the record of showing his portfolio on his website of what he owns, including Bitcoin, XRP, and so forth. So it's interesting. I think a lot of these guys move in certain circles. I'm sure he's in contact with a lot of the big investors and Wall Streeters and so forth, and possibly some government officials. But it looks like him and a few other people are expecting ETF approvals come February. So, as he said, it's not a matter of if, but when. And I was hoping that we would hear something maybe this month or November, along with the launch of Backed, and that would help spark the bull run. I'm still holding that prediction because I think it could certainly happen. I've seen guys like Mike Novogratz said that he expects the bull run to almost start till February, and maybe he's basing it on things like this, the ETF news. So we'll see how it plays out. But one thing's for sure, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm holding no matter what, because when I see prices moving sideways, and I know this, I've talked to you guys about price suppression and manipulation, and the whales who are doing this are not allowing it to get too low where we all lose confidence and just leave the market completely, right? They're going to hold it at a certain position, and those who are patient will be rewarded. Those who get weak hands and frustrated and say, "Oh, I'm done," that's where they got you, right? That's what they want. At least a good percentage should do. Why? Because when they pump it back up, the same people who left will FOMO back in when they see it going back up. That is how the game is played. I told you guys this is all by design. But what we're looking at is the facts of the progress being made behind the scenes, regardless of what the chart says, right? That corporate America, Wall Street, and a lot of the traditional companies are getting into crypto, government on board. The CFTC yesterday ruled virtual currencies are commodities. We're waiting for the SEC to make some rulings, but we are making progress a bit slower than expected. I think the SEC stuff is really holding this market up, guys, honestly. Obviously, the launch of custody service is also important, as we talked about yesterday. And that is what ErisX is about, as mentioned earlier, competing with Backed. And what we're seeing, these folks who from TD Ameritrade are not hiding somewhere. This wasn't a random article. Today, what we saw are videos being published. Here, this one is the CEO of ErisX discusses new cryptocurrency exchange and futures trading. I tweeted this earlier today. He's explaining what it's about, how it's going to work. So what I'm going to do is put a link in the description to this video so you guys can watch it. It's very long. I shouldn't say it's very long, but it's 6 minutes, but it's too much to actually play in this video per se. So I would like you guys to definitely listen to what he's saying. What we also saw is on CNBC Fast Money, is that the Steve Quirk, if I pronounce his name correctly, talked a bit about that. He is let me pull out his profile here. He's the executive vice president of the trader group TD Ameritrade. So notice that these folks are now coming out, going on the shows, talking about their exchange that's coming. So this is why, regardless of what the chart says or how long this bull run takes to come, I'm holding no matter what. I don't care who drops out or who does what, because the governments have already made a commitment. They've already made some progress. I know the SEC is slow as hell, but they've already committed to not killing the market and letting this new asset class and this new technology, blockchain, which will change the world the same way the internet did, to flourish. Now, it's like I said, patience is so important here. And TD Ameritrade getting into crypto, we're seeing a lot of the traditional companies and Wall Streeters getting in, guys. So one thing's for sure, this market will grow and take off. It will take time, and I hope you continue to hold, and we hold together and we make some good profit and returns and money off of this market, because we are the early adopters. So I will also leave a link to this interview here. As mentioned, it's just too long for me to play the whole thing through the video, but I wanted to highlight this because it shows this is for real. It's not just an article. These guys are out here looking to make money, and Wall Street does not play around. They are all about making money. They're not going to come into some market that's a dying market or is dead or no one has interest. And like I said, we're in the infancy stages, so they're getting in early because they want to make money. So wanted to share that with you guys. The next news, and this actually took place last night on Japan's time, obviously, but the Japanese Bank Consortium has launched MoneyTap. It's a Ripple-powered payments app to offer real-time settlement for domestic payments in Japan. So very big. This is part of SBI Asia. So as you know, Ripple and SBI Holdings have a partnership. SBI owns a part of Ripple, so to speak. We know that we are still waiting for SBI virtual currencies to go live fully with XRapid. That is something that's big that will be coming up. It has been delayed a bit, but I expect it will go live, and we will start seeing the benefit from that. Now, quick note, the MoneyTap app, of course, leverages xCurrent. However, what we've been seeing with the multi-hop feature, that will open the door for the ability to use XRapid in certain situations. So just want to be clear about that. But this is very big progress, and we know SBI will be SBI virtual currencies will be leveraging XRapid. So big things are ahead. Like I said, we got to be patient here. I know some of you say, well, you say the same thing in every video. Because the point is, I'm sharing the news and I'm trying to show a point here, because the fact that people are still complaining and like, oh, it's taking too long, why isn't this happening, shows they still don't get it. So that's the reason why I repeat these things, because I see the comments of people, they tweet at me, they send messages, why isn't this happening? And they don't understand the cycles of the market. So I'm trying to share the knowledge here. So that's why I repeat those things, because there's new viewers on every video, honestly. So I hope some of you understand that. And we want to spread facts and knowledge and not emotions, right? Don't invest with your emotions. You want to look at the facts here. What's happening? Is progress being made behind the scenes? Who's investing in the market? Who's getting into the market? We're seeing Wall Street and so forth. These are all facts that I'm showing you guys. I'm giving you the sources. I'm not making this up. So big things are certainly ahead. And just another quick Ripple update here. Crypto.com tweeted this yesterday. They said Ripple XRP has been added to Crypto.com wallet and card app. Securely buy, sell, store, and send Ripple XRP. It looks like they tagged the wrong Ripple there, but along with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, looks like the Binance token here, and Crypto.com's MCO. So we're seeing more integration of XRP into different wallets and exchanges, and what we've started seeing a trend of is a lot of exchanges adding XRP as a base currency. So everything is ramping up and being set up for the takeoff of the market. So not too many news items, but I wanted to make sure you guys saw these items here. And as mentioned, we got some big things ahead. I'm hoping the SEC stops dragging their feet and they give us a decision. Like I said, I don't necessarily care for an ETF. I'm not going to invest in ETFs. I know the big money will, but this is going to give a major emotional, psychological boost to the market. And something also Rand Nunez tweeted here that I forgot to mention, which I agree with. Once again, I've had my issues with Rand, but for the most part, he's a factual, logical guy. He said 1 year ago, we had no infrastructure. He tweeted this today, by the way. No futures, no real way to invest for institutional money. Today, we have 1, variety of stable coins pegged to the USD, 2, institutional trading platforms and tools, 3, institutional grade custodians, 4, insured custodians, and 5, the inevitable ETF soon. So he's a holder as well, as many of us, and progress is being made. And I know it's not on some of your timeline. And like I've shared this sentiment from Wall Street before, that bears and bulls make money, but pigs get slaughtered. So do your research, be patient, keep up with the facts and the news. Don't move by emotions. If you need money, that's something else that you need to figure out. You can't think that you can throw money at something, and because you're in a situation where you need money, you're frustrated that it didn't pan out at your timeline. That's a personal issue. You have to understand that the market doesn't revolve around you, right? It doesn't revolve around me, but we have to be educated and do our research and understand the facts here. So, like I said, no matter what the hell happens or how long this bear market lasts or the manipulation, I'm going to keep holding because I'm going to ride that pump back up and make money. I told you guys I've been in the market since the end of 2016. So I held through 2017 where there were some movements and growth, but nothing super significant until the end, right? Which was, wow, no one saw that coming. So let's see when the bull run happens. I'm still holding my prediction that later this month into early November, because the launch of Backed is so significant with the physically backed Bitcoin ETFs, Bitcoin futures, excuse me. So I still think that's such a significant item. And then we're seeing, like I said, some of this news of these bigger Wall Street firms in corporate America getting in, launching their own custody services. So we can hear about some more items there. So let's hope the SEC makes a move. Come on, SEC. Come on, guys. If anybody from the SEC is watching this video, probably not. But come on, stop playing around. Let's get this thing. Let's get clarity. Work your way down the list. Start with the top 10 coins. Highlight what's a security, what's not, and then work your way down the list and give approval for those ETFs, and let's go. Let's get the market going. We're really holding up a lot here. You guys in the SEC are holding up a lot. So anyway, guys, what do you think about this news? SEC making some amendments, look like they're working on something, but we won't hear anything until after October 26th. Some folks like Rand Jr. and so forth are predicting February 2019. We've heard Mike Novogratz said he expects the market to take off at that time. I think maybe because the ETFs are tentatively or approximately going to happen then. Who knows? Also, Rand, I definitely share these sentiments that progress has been made slowly but surely, and look at the maturity here, and it's going to continue to mature, and we'll definitely see a big run up. The Ameritrade folks are out in full force here talking about this ErisX exchange, which is going to compete with Backed. And like I said, I'll put the links in the video description, so you guys can definitely take a look at that. Ripple has via SBI, Ripple Asia has launched the MoneyTap app with the Japanese Bank Consortium. Crypto.com now has support for Ripple XRP, guys. So leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links in the description. Definitely try to follow me on Twitter, guys, because I tweet a lot of important information throughout the day, breaking news as it comes. And, you can be in the know right away. So I appreciate if you guys can give me a follow there. And just continue to hold. Continue to hold. Be patient. And I know I don't want to sound repetitive, but we are really at the cusp of something big that's about to happen. World changing, not just with blockchain technologies, but obviously crypto, which is a new asset, and the big money is getting in, guys. So be patient, keep holding, and I'll talk to you guys later.